Wilson, and we're from Canada. We host a show called Inner Space Up There. Thank you, some Canadians. We host a show called Inner Space Up There, as well as After the Black down here in the States. And our channel, Space Up in Canada, also runs Dark Matter, which is awesome because we're huge fans of the show. We get to talk about it on our show, and we, like you, are really, really excited for this panel.
We sure are. We're going to ask them some questions off the top, but we know that San Diego Comic-Con is really all about the fans, so you will have your opportunity to ask questions as well. We got a microphone set up right here, so at that time we'll call you to go line up and get your questions.
Also, this is obviously, like us, your diehard fans, so given that the most recent episode aired last Friday, 203, we are going to be talking about that episode, so spoilers if you haven't seen it, but I'm assuming most of you have, and we really want to get the most up-to-date insight from the stars.
And it's time to bring them out. Give it up for the stars of Dark Matter!
I'm certain my co-stars will make you feel very welcome, give you extra special hugs and greetings. Till next time, I'll try and do better. Peace and love.
You know, it's funny because I could swear he just tweeted out a picture of himself hanging out on a beach somewhere.
Yeah, he's always at the beach. Well, I was going to say, I had the pleasure of interviewing the cast this morning, and there was this amazing moment. We were up on the 24th story of the Marriott Marquis, and I'm interviewing Alex, or about to, and he looks out over this balcony, and let's just recreate that moment, shall we?
Everyone plug your ears.
Oh, yes.
Comic-Con! The Raza is here!
For Jay, you can get lined up at the mic right here, and we will get to you. Melissa, let's start with you. So this season so far, your character is really interesting to me because she always walks that line between her personal relationships with the crew. She's got some very interesting ones, but also basically being the team leader of that crew. So how much for you does that kind of push and pull define her as a character, especially so far this season?
Oh, my goodness. I think that the sign of a true leader is someone that's able to juggle all of those elements, because I think that a true leader is a person that allows others to occupy the space that they occupy, but at the same time keeping a good idea of what the big picture is. And I like to think that 2 does a good job of accomplishing that. But 5 really challenges that this year. And the new crew members on the ship also really challenge that, because they have no reason to really respect her. Yeah, and I think that this season we actually get to see 2 lean on, after a little bit of persuasion, her own crew members, which we haven't really seen her do before. Yeah.
Now, this wasn't planned, but something amazing happened just out in the hallway a second ago, and some of you might have been in line and caught a whiff of this. Tell us.
That's what you led with?
You gotta tell us what happened.
We're going there.
Okay, so throughout the day, when we were at our Sirius XM interview earlier, I could swear somebody dropped like the nastiest fart. And I was trapped in the back of the room, and everyone was kind of like moseying out. I'm like, y'all gotta move out of the way because I'm suffocating back here. And as we were walking through the con, I'm like, man, it smells like farts. Somebody in our crew is like walking by me and farting and then leaving. And I was getting hungry, and I, thought ahead.
She was giving everyone dirty looks.
I was giving some dirty looks because I was, how are you gonna fart and not say excuse me? It goes this way. It goes here. So yesterday I went to Ralph's and I bought myself a kale salad because, as you guys know, the con is crazy. It's hard to get good food. So I brought a kale salad, stuck it in my bag. I open up that box. It's not okay. And everyone around me, you could just see, like, the group all of a sudden, there's like 8 of us. Everyone got kind of quiet. And I'm like mixing my salad, and then it hits me like this stench, and everyone is kind of looking around. I'm like, oh my God, it's my salad. I stink. I smell like stinky farts. So Mel gave me some perfume, and no, it's not good, but it smells good now. Following me around.
Dark matter, full of twists. Even
Full
in real
of twists.
life.
You didn't
Even in
see
real
it.
life.
Kicking off that con panel with a fart joke.
Yeah.
What a twist.
I'm done.
All right, we'll move on. Anthony.
Move over a little here, actually.
You've been a source of comedic relief since the first season, but your character was
What
definitely...
are you saying about my character?
What?
What?
Your character's changed a lot from, like, the, most gruff of this crew of very gruff people to have a bit of a softer side. Are we going to continue that trend as we go further into this second season?
Yes. Yeah, no, he is. It's actually one of the most fun things about playing that character, especially in the beginning when you get all that Twitter hate and, this guy's an asshole, and I wouldn't care if he got shot or beat up by 2 or whatever, and just like retweet, because you know what's coming. You've read the scripts and shot the season, and the developing empathy that 3 has, and if you guys watch the episode tomorrow night on Sci-Fi at 10 o'clock, watch it. You will learn, where that comes from. And, 3's, as an actor, he's just kind of a dream role to play because he really walks that line between being a total self-involved jerk and having a really loyal core that's rooted in empathy and care for others. And tomorrow night, you see both, and you will understand why and where that empathetic side comes from. And it's been fun to discover that as an actor.
Softy.
Well, a character we recently saw go very opposite of Softy was, of course, 4, who was about ready to sell 5 into slavery, and then
It wasn't my idea. It wasn't my idea.
But we know you from your con appearances as this very hilarious, energetic personality, but the character of 4 is so stoic and serious. Are we going to get to see him break out of his shell a bit more as we continue this season?
Yes, but in what direction that he breaks out of that shell is to be revealed later on this season. 4 goes on quite the journey this season, and a lot of the stories that were brought up about him in season 1, we do go back to resolve everything, and I'm really excited to hear what everyone has to say about all that when you guys see it.
Cool. Dum dum dum.
Yeah.
Jodelle, give it up for 5 so far this season. Are you loving 5?
Kill them all.
You've been fantastic, especially so far these first 3 episodes of season 2. And your character, your character's fascinating because in a lot of ways she's kind of been separate from the rest of the crew in terms of age. And like even at the beginning of this season, she was physically separated on Hyperion 8 on the prison planet. And then in the last episode, she was basically the enemy of the memory wiped 2, 3, and 4. But then she's also had these standout moments, the kill 'em all moment, using Bubba in the fight with 4, right? Yeah. So she's also had these amazing moments of inclusion. So at this point in the game, do you think the character is feeling like part of the crew or more kind of separate and alone than ever?
I mean, first of all, yes, I am loving the direction that 5's character is going in the second season. It's awesome. Everything's kind of getting a little bit darker, and 5's just getting stronger and stronger. What was the second half of the question there? 'Cause I just answered the first bit and completely forgot what
Does she feel more like part of the crew now or more separate?
Well, that's hard to say. I mean, obviously she feels very betrayed because of, the whole 6 thing. Yeah. Because she was feeling really close to him, and she was finally feeling like she had a best friend on the ship that she could trust, and then suddenly he betrays everybody. So I think she's she's almost back to where she started, because in the first season she was trying to figure out, you know, who can I trust, who is really my friend, and then she finally thought she had it figured out, and suddenly she was completely wrong. So I think she's being cautious, but she's definitely earned her place in the crew by now. I mean, I just love everything going on with Five in the second season. I've had a lot of awesome moments. I mean, a lot of them you've seen already, and there's tons more to come, so I'm excited.
Cool. How great was it to deliver that "kill 'em all" line? Because that was such a standout moment.
Can you do it right now? Can you just
Yes.
give us one line? Come on. You guys want to hear it? Make some noise. Moment of silence.
Here goes.
Kill them all.
Woo!
I'm done.
Such a violent statement to garner such applause. Well, Melanie, you just joined this cast. You're joining a fantastic story, a fantastic setting. You got this great cast of actors and characters. So what for you so far has been the most enjoyable aspect of joining the crew?
Oh my goodness, so much. Joining, I've just been thrown in. We were saying earlier about my first day. My first day was like, hi, here's the crew. You're in your underwear for the first shot. You've got this fight sequence to do, and you're going to get blasted by dry ice. So, yeah, it definitely broke the ice. And it was a big challenge. It was fun. It was really, really fun.
And in these first few episodes, there have been these, you know, fairly obvious hints that something may be up with you. That moment between you and two, where she's like, "You're almost too good at fighting," and so there have been some other kind of hints as well that maybe she could be an enhanced human, maybe nanites like too. I know you can't give us any spoilers, but will we learn more about her background and the specifics of her character as the season goes?
Yes, absolutely. I was saying earlier that it was intriguing for Nyx to meet someone as powerful as Tu, because no one's really challenged her in that way, and it's great to have. It was great that first fight in the first episode, and yeah, we'll find out more about Nyx's backstory in episode 206, and where she comes from and her world.
Yeah. You dig Nyx so far as a character? Gosh, so cool, so cool.
Yeah.
And Jay, I want to go to you. You know. If you're not familiar with a lot of Jay Firestone's work, check him out on IMDb. He's done so much work, incredible stuff, especially in the world of genre you know and love, a lot of the stuff he's been involved with. But Jay, this show in particular, Dark Matter, it's got great production design, the sets are great. For you, in your role, like, what's the most challenging element, or what was the most challenging element about bringing this series to life for all of us?
Aside from nobody wanted it? No, it's true. Originally, it was a very tough sell. Everybody was afraid of the actual ship. Now, I got to ask, anybody watch what I did with the virtual reality of the bridge? Oh, come on.
Yes.
All right. You like it? Okay, good. Well, the spaceship is a character in the show. And everywhere I went to try and sell the show, everybody said, we like the characters, but the spaceship's a character. And we're very nervous, because if you screw up the spaceship, nobody wants the show. So I'm hoping you all like the ship, because it's a pretty cool ship. And I'd love to invite you all down to see the set. But that was the biggest challenge in putting this
You
together.
just heard that, right?
Yeah.
You can
So
reach Jay
hopefully we'll start
Firestone at
shooting around November
j.firestone@gmail.com.
Yeah.
But that was the big challenge. I mean, it was a tough show to put together, because everyone was scared. And I hope you all like the ship, and I hope you like that little SVOD thing I did, that virtual reality thing I did. But that was the challenge.
Well, we're almost ready to go to the floor for some questions. I see there's a couple of people already lined up, but if you'll just indulge us for another moment, we have something very special to share. A never-before-seen
Oh my God.
blooper reel from season 2. There's even a few little spoilers in here, so let's hit play.
What? Guys, we're supposed to be badass.
I'm not ready. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Hotline bling. Oh, oh my God. Why is that in there?
Tell us where he is. He won't be coming back. Woof.
Still looking.
Somebody's been crying.
Oh, that took us forever.
That was a good one.
Oh no.
And all of a sudden, you just pull me off.
Too good.
Raj. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Oh my god.
My favorite part of that was, do we need this part?
Did I hear there was a fire? Should I even ask about that?
Yeah, about that.
Oh, the fire.
Like the special effects, and there was a mini fire. Was that part? I think.
Yeah.
Sparks.
Yeah.
There were big sparks. Yeah.
Is that when the thing fell? Is that what was happening?
Yep.
The sheet of paper
Yeah.
just
Oh.
lofting down.
That was very startling. The ceiling just like fell, and I was like, what?
All right, let's go down to the floor. We got some fans who've been waiting patiently to ask some questions. Stand up and give it to us.
So I think the kind of big question that the show is asking and sort of already starting to poke at with the new episodes is what makes us who we are? Is it something innate to us? Is it our memories, our experiences? So I sort of wanted to know what you guys' take on that is, and particularly how you're portraying that going forward, because it's the question that you're making us all ask and living through as your characters.
Silence.
Wow, that's great. I feel like I'm back in philosophy class.
I'm trying to stay quiet because I could literally go for
Yeah.
a long time with this one.
Yeah,
So
you
I'm going to step back, connect on Twitter. We can exchange paragraphs. I'm into it. Okay?
Yeah, it's. Who wants to start? Because honestly, we could literally talk for about 45 minutes on this.
you
All
go
right,
ahead.
so
Anthony and I are nerds for this stuff. Like,
Yeah,
we'll go
totally.
on.
No, I think it's. I think there's two questions there. Fundamentally, there's the actor question, which is not so much what is your opinion on the subject, and I definitely, as an actor, have an opinion on the subject, on everything actually. And but as a character, I'll start with there. I think it's pretty obvious in season one where when everyone finds out that we're actually really bad people, and we're really good at being really bad, and everyone else is kind of like, oh, and then my character sort of says, hey, geez, at least I'm good at something, he's totally fine with it, right? And that whole nature versus nurture debate played out a lot between 1 and 3 in season 1, and I was clearly down on the you are who you are and you can never change, and 1 was not. I, as an actor, feel differently, but I will allow someone else to speak.
You say you got paragraphs.
I got paragraphs. I ain't gonna go there. I'll take a note from Lemke. 2, I don't think considers that question. There are bigger questions to deal with, like how are we gonna stay alive? How are we gonna stay together? And I think that on that front, she's a little bit more practical with regards to everybody else. But then when it comes to her own story of identity and where did she come from? How did she get here? What is she? She deals with those things in private. And I don't think she has a massive opinion so much as she has a thirst for understanding and pursuing with absolutely relentless energy to find that person who has those answers about her. I don't think she has an opinion. She's got bigger fish to fry. But not me. I have many opinions.
Thanks. It's a great question. Thanks.
Thank you.
And Alex 4 has been so defined by his sense of honor. So how has being part of this crew challenged his fidelity to that idea?
I don't think it really has. I think his honor is with the crew right now, especially the people that stuck around. I was saying earlier in some interviews that the loss of 1 and the betrayal of 6 really was an eye-opener for 4, and it helped him understand who he could trust. So, it's not a question of honor. It's his loyalty is with the Raza, and it's definitely unquestionable.
We'll go back to the floor. Go for it.
So I was wondering, I don't know how much of a lead time you guys had on finding out who was going to be the betrayer of the crew, but was it who you expected it to be, and was it who you wanted it to be?
Wanted it to be.
Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead.
Totally wanted Roger Cross off the show. Forget about it.
I need to brag because I honestly was the only one.
No. That's right.
Okay. We had our debates. But we
Did you say it was him in the EPK?
Yes.
Liar.
What, didn't I? Didn't I? Who did I? Oh, no. Listen, I said it was 6, and I would ask people, and they would say 4.
But then we all changed our minds because at
Every
first
day?
some of us thought it was 6, and then by the time that it actually came around time to film it, we had all changed our minds.
Joe was
10
messing
times.
with us.
Yeah, well, he was messing with us. He was messing with us a lot. So
You know, like seriously messing with us?
Yeah.
Like sending each of us in for secret costume fittings for like a GA uniform that didn't even actually show up in the show. And so you get the call and you're like, oh God, I'm the one.
Yeah, but can you imagine being the costume designer?
Oh,
Poor
she-
Noreen.
oh.
She's like, I have to fit you in for another fitting that we don't need. It's not like I have to dress
Totally.
80 other people.
And then we only found out literally right before we shot the scene. I mean, we knew who it couldn't be. We knew it couldn't be any of the ladies. But it could have been any of the guys. Yeah.
Did any of you want to be the traitor? Like, or was that something you didn't? You wanted to?
Yeah. I mean, the guy is quiet. Maybe it'll buy me a few lines, right?
That's the thing.
No, I don't know. I love villains. I love villains, and that's just something I always wanted to play. So I was really hoping it was me, but I was right that it was 6. No matter what I said in the EPK, disregard all that.
I'm gonna kill him.
Thank you.
Who's up?
Hey, man.
So this is for anybody, but as fans, we only see the end result of all the work you guys have put in. What's it like for you guys to watch the episodes with us?
I mean, I feel like I'm watching it as a fan because I love Dark Matter. It's such a good show.
Yeah.
No, but I get really excited. I mean, you should see us when we're filming and a new script comes out. We're like, everybody stop what you're doing. Like 206 is out and suddenly we're all on our phones reading it. And
And it's really
what
annoying
page
because
are you
Joe does
on?
really fast at reading. Like, don't tell me.
But I don't know about everybody else, but I get just as excited when a new episode comes out. I can't wait. I feel like I'm watching it as a fan. I mean, the only difference is that I know what happens, but I'm still really excited to see how it all comes together. I mean, obviously, I only see the scenes that I'm in, so when I actually get to see the whole episode, there's a bunch of new material there that I've never seen before, so very exciting.
Melanie, you would have seen your first episodes relatively recently. What was it like for you to kind of see the way your character gelled with the team?
It was great. I mean, it's amazing because you miss so much. You have scenes with certain people and some people, like I haven't had many scenes with Roger. And it's great to see the work that he was doing in the episode. But it's also been lovely to connect with the fans because we've been doing lots of live tweeting. Have you been tweeting? Come on.
Show of hands here, guys. Who live tweets? One.
Yeah, who tweets with us?
Oh
All
my
right,
God.
good.
Tweeting with lots of
Opportunity.
people every Friday.
You need to join the party. It's so much fun.
It is a lot of fun.
So we get to hear quite quickly what the fans are thinking instantly, which is great.
Yeah.
Thanks for the question.
Thanks.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hi.
Great.
Hey.
Hello.
I just wanted to say, I speak for all of us, we thank you for all the free entertainment that you provide us. Without fail, my wife and I watch you week in and week out. We crack beers. It's like a relaxation. The question I had for the cast is, how does it feel to be part of a cast that represents the cultural diversity of America?
Wow.
Love that question.
Huzzah to that. First off, here's to Joe and Paul. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
seriously.
Yeah.
Those are the creators of the show, for those of you who didn't. This is just Joe and Paul, some guys in the street.
We're going to give it up for them, though.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Joe.
Yeah, and then, of course, there's also all the other higher-ups who made sure that happened, and one of them sitting right down at the end of this table. So it doesn't happen for every show.
Well, we actually did something interesting. The Alex's character, we auditioned women and men to try to decide what we wanted to do with that character. Same thing with the android. Zoe was not originally, the android wasn't originally a woman. So we opened it up to either sex for all the characters, except maybe yours.
I auditioned
Three?
for 4.
What?
I auditioned for 4 too. That
Yeah,
was crazy.
no, but I mean, we did open it up to everybody.
Yeah. And we got the people that we got, and I'm so happy about it. Can you imagine if Jodelle was not Jodelle, but instead like a little boy?
No.
No, that wouldn't be okay. It is a little boy in the comic. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Or if
Right,
Zoe
that's what
was
I
like a
said.
huge man. It's
Yeah.
it's great that they kept such an open mind.
Yeah,
during
and
casting.
it was really interesting sitting on auditions and seeing a woman come in and play a part, and then a guy come in right afterwards, and you had to be very objective to the performances and not the sex.
Cool.
It's pretty cool.
All right, adore you all. Wish you the best success.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Hello.
Little tall. This question is for everybody. It was 2 episodes into season 2 and you already escaped the prison. Did you feel as though that was fast-paced or perfect-paced, or would you guys have liked to be in the prison for a couple more episodes?
We're that good. Yeah. No, the moment I read 2's line, for the rest,
I know which one you're
of
talking.
course we're doing this.
Yeah.
I just, you don't want to be in jail for that long. How many riots can you really hold, and how long do you want to plan for? Let's just get to it, right? And that's what season 2 has been. We've gotten to the point, and everyone's been loving it, and it's been exciting.
It's story motivated too, though. We're separated from 5 and 1, and you know, Roger is. 6 is a side point, but we're separated from 2 people who, arguably, at the time that we were all arrested, were the people that needed us the most, and we had no idea where they were. And we can take care of ourselves, but we were in there together. So I think on that front, we were highly motivated to get the hell out of there and to find our people. So was it a little quick? Yeah. Did we have good reason to get out of there? Oh, yeah.
And Nyx just wanted them to help her escape, so I was ready to get out as soon as possible.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, and in terms of the characters being pulled apart at the beginning of the season and now to some degree back together on the Raza, what can you tell us about kind of the rest of the season? Is there a different overarching theme or kind of trajectory to this season when you compare it with season 1? I also, as a fan, by the way, I loved the idea that when you woke up at the beginning of season 1, you were stripped of your identities. Season 2, the 3 of you were literally stripped of your clothes, which I thought was some really interesting kind of metaphorical storytelling. What can you tell us about where the rest of the season is going to go in terms of the overarching theme?
We do, I think one of the big ways that season 2 is different from season 1 is that we do a lot of little adventures, like side missions, where in season 1 we had a lot of big ensemble scenes and that everyone was in, and in season 2 we've got a lot of 2 people going off here, 3 people going off there. There were times this year where it felt like I'd see you after what felt like weeks of not seeing you. I was like, are we even on the same show? So that way I think structurally the show is very different. Passing the talking baton.
Just kidding. Give me that damn thing back.
I'm not really sure what to do with this thing here.
Acting.
What is it?
No, thematically, I think we absolutely pick up where we left off. That notion of trust, that notion of nature versus nurture, discovering who we are, all of that stuff is in the second season. But you can't tell the same story twice. You can't dip your toes in the same waters twice. So necessarily the show expands the universe. We meet our first alien, which is kind of cool, and I know that there will be ripples for that in subsequent seasons. We meet really cool new technology that we haven't met yet. But I think largely a lot of the themes that we've all grown to love about the show continue to be explored, and because I don't think we reached any sort of kind of conclusion about those themes in season 1. So
now nobody wants to give me the baton. Can I
I'll
take
give
it
it
for
to you
thank
right now.
Oh yeah, you.
You remember when this show started, the crew of the Raza were the badasses of the world. They were the worst, they were the toughest, they were the ones you were most scared of, they were the ones you sent into all the dangerous missions. So the question that we're going to deal with in season 2 if they're now good, are they as strong? Are they as powerful? Can they make as big an effect on the world they live in being good guys? And that's really the question that season 2 is going to start to deal with.
Very cool. We'll go back to the floor. Hello.
Hello.
Hello again.
Hi. Along this thread of discussion, I loved the episode where you wake up and you're the people you originally used to be, but you don't remember. Were any of you surprised by the characters that you hadn't been playing for a year?
Stepping in old shoes. Maybe you can go back and dip your toe in the same waters twice, eh? That's us. That's the three of us. So you want to start?
Yeah, well, I absolutely love Rio. The guy makes the tough decisions real quick. He's even more ruthless than 4. And he's just, I don't know, it's just so fun playing him. What was the question again? I just started thinking about Rio here.
Were you surprised by the character, because you had been playing these characters for the past year, and all of a sudden now you have to play your original people like Portia? And
Oh, right. No, I was not surprised, because in season 1 we did have that flashback scene where we were trying to figure out what we were going to do with 5, and so we got to play with them a little bit, and no, I was just not surprised at how ruthless Rio is.
It was a great episode.
I was surprised when I saw the episode, actually, because I didn't think that 5's empathy had touched 3 as much as it had, and when I see what 3 is like versus what Marcus Boone was like in that episode, I was like, oh, yeah, he really is a lot harder. There's a harder edge to him, and I remember people asking me that question when I was shooting. I'm like, yeah, he's not really that much different, because he's basically the same kind of dude. He liked being a badass now, and he's a badass then. So I wasn't actually really trying to play such a different character, but just the absence of that empathetic side, knowing that wasn't there, seemed to come through in the performance. And yeah, that surprised me a bit.
Yeah, Portia, that was a weird episode for me. It was weird watching it. It was weird doing it. I'd love to revisit that character and explore what she's about a little bit more, but she's very different from 2 for me, because 2 doesn't have any memory of all of the trauma that Portia has been through, all of the things that she has seen and done to other people. Yeah, I was super surprised. It's weird. It's one thing to make weird faces, and it's another thing to see those weird faces that you make. So
Acting 101. It amounts to making weird faces on camera.
yeah, lots of weird faces, and lots of people get to see your weird face. So yeah, I was definitely surprised at how she ended up coming off, and I'm looking forward to having another crack at her, fingers crossed, because there are some things that I would like to finesse and layer in. I'd like to edit a bit, but yeah, lots of surprises with that character, lots of things to explore still. Thank you.
Thank you.
Jodelle, what was it like for you to play those scenes as the 5, as we know her, opposite this very different 2, 3, 4, because it was painful at times to watch. Your pain really telegraphed, and so what was it like to play?
I mean, it was weird. It's like I'm on the same show, but the people are not the same characters, and it's just it's odd. I remember reading the script and being like, what is going on? Because it starts off with I'm running away from something, and then we find out that it's 4 and 3, and it's very confusing, and I didn't know what was going on. I'm like, what is this, a flashback or something? And that's what I thought it was at first.
That's how we felt, too.
Yeah, I know. I mean, when I'm reading the scripts, that's pretty much the same as when you guys are watching the episode for the first time, because I don't know what's going to happen yet. But yeah, it was very odd. I mean, they are mean, and that's not what I'm used to from a whole season so far. It's different. I guess it's similar to the flashback scenes that we've done, but yeah, it's a bit weird. But I had a lot of fun on that episode. A lot of fun. It's a very different situation for 5. I mean, she had to, try and figure out how to make her whole crew not evil again, and that's a hard thing to do on your own when your android is asleep and just
You're the designated driver for that episode.
I know, but I had help in the end, so, thanks.
The newbies.
Awesome.
Back to the floor.
Hi, hello guys.
Hi.
Hi there. First of all, with the exception of Melanie, I believe that this table is as Canadian as maple syrup. So just as a fellow Torontonian,
I love maple
thank
syrup.
you guys.
Toronto!
Toronto. It was great. So thank you, especially the Inner Space guys. You make it fun every day to watch. It's really fantastic. Anyone and people don't even know you, but like honestly, fantastic.
Oh, thank you. We planted him.
Oh. Nothing. We're done. Show's canceled. My question's actually for Jay, so all of you can just leave, I guess.
I'm
out.
I need them.
I know.
Maybe the hard part.
My question actually is, can we get a little hint as towards when Jace Corso will get what he deserves for his terrible act? And also, how will the Moss family react to that slaying of their apparent heir, the heir apparent? So, I mean, left us a lot in the air there. That was pretty traumatic to have that happen.
Well, the only thing I can say is this crew is a very loyal crew and a very caring crew, and they all loved him and cared about him. So what do you think? They think they're going to let him get away with it?
That's all I need to know.
Okay.
That's it.
Yep.
I'll wait and see. Thank you
And
guys
it
so
actually
much.
was his leftover family that was sort of screwing with him, so I don't think we cared too much about that.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Thank you. All the way from TO. Nice.
Hi. Hopefully I can get this question answered in the way I'm imagining it, but...
All right, you got it answered already for yourself, so we're good.
But it applies to all of you guys that had your moments, was it 201 and 202? Franca Potente, hopefully I'm pronouncing her name right. I'm a fan of hers from Run Lola Run, and then second season of The Bridge, where she was basically ultimate villain. And when I watched 202, Jodelle, you calling her a bitch, I'm like, oh my God, this is like, to me, that was a major turning point for your character in my mind.
That was fun.
Of like giving you a boost of like courage. So maybe it could be a launching point of pushing your character to the front line and like getting more action scenes or something. But to all of you guys, the question is, what was it like working with her, I guess, as a guest appearance on the show, unless she plans on coming back for more episodes later? For some magical way.
Didn't we kill her?
I thought we killed her.
No, please tell me
Hey,
she's
that-
not dead. Like, she's science fiction dead, right?
Yeah, right.
I mean, Run Lola Run? Are you kidding me?
See her dead.
Nobody dies. Nobody dies.
Yeah. Who wants to start?
Well, I thought she was a blast to work with.
She was, that scene was so brief. I didn't get to have much time with her, but she, I don't know if this is what you're looking for. She was actually, she's so sweet and friendly and personable. Like, she was an open person, you know, so it was easy.
Complete
to get in
opposite
there.
of how she is on screen, you know, where she's always cold-hearted on the screen, that is,
Right,
on the character she plays, yeah.
I really enjoyed the, interrogation scenes that we had together. I don't think none of us got to work with her a ton, but we all enjoyed the scenes that we had with her a lot. That was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that scene.
I didn't get a chance to meet her, but I think she's fantastic too.
Fingers crossed, if she comes back again, you'll have your chance.
Pardon?
If she does come back, fingers crossed, you might have a chance.
Oh, yes. I hope so.
Flashback scene, something, anything.
Yeah. I think I'm like the resident old guy on this panel because I remember Run Lola Run, and like, are you freaking kidding me? That was like my only '90s crush was that girl, and then having her on, I was just like, am I saying the words with her right now? Am I looking at? No, honestly, and I don't really fangirl or fanboy or whatever the expression is, really like at all for really anybody, but no, she was. Was that what you're looking for?
That's what you
Actually, I don't know who she
out
is.
in your head?
No. Clearly, I think that movie just bumped up to everyone's Netflix queue really fast.
Yeah, totally. If you haven't, who here has seen Run Lola Run?
My God.
Who here on the panel has seen Run Lola Run?
It's classic.
But I used to watch Saved by the Bell, so.
Was she on that show? I don't know. I'm going to stop talking.
Yeah, it was. It was very, very, very cool. So bring her back, Jay. Just saying.
Well, we got time for a few more questions. Thank you very much. We got a couple more down there.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. I'm also from Toronto, and I've been to see the ship. Definitely everybody up to Toronto. I'm a huge fan of the show, and I know we're early in season 2. But, you know, I just want to know what we can do as fans to make sure there's a season 3, because you guys are awesome.
Wait, Chris, stand up.
I think they're here, actually.
Where's Chris?
They're right over there somewhere.
Stand up.
There they are.
See that guy over there? That guy over there. You go talk to him, all right? He makes the decision.
All right, awesome.
All right.
You know what? Just raid social media. Tweet,
Yeah, watch it.
Instagram,
Read about it.
Snapchat.
Well,
Tell your
Actually, I'm
neighbors.
going to jump in and I'm going to say something really old school. I'm going to say, like, watch it on Sci-Fi. You know, don't wait for 3 months to watch it on Netflix, because these are the guys who pay for our bills first. And Netflix pays. That's great. They're wonderful. But, you know, fundamentally, these are the folks. Watch it. Watch it live. Watch it Friday night. Watch
Get
it
your
live
friends
plus
to watch
3,
it.
live plus 7, whatever it is that you're counting these days. But watch it on Sci-Fi.
Live.
Yeah,
Watch
yeah.
it Friday
I
night.
do
10
make all
o'clock.
my friends watch it, so yes.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hello. So I just want to tell you, first off, I love the show and the quality of acting, the different personalities you take on and change per second is just amazing. So you guys are just amazing, and I'm in love with the show. My question is for 5. Watching you makes me want to be a teenager again, just so I can wear those outfits, those super cool outfits. So what is the inspiration behind those outfits? Or do you really dress like that, or whose idea is that?
No. I love putting on Five's outfits every day because it's not how I would normally dress. It's pretty much just every color and pattern at the same time. I think that's pretty much how they plan Five's outfits. Like, okay, so we got some plaid, we got some flower patterns. What else can we throw in here? And let's make sure that we've got every color. And that's a 5 outfit. So
I think it's fabulous. I love it.
I think it's amazing.
right.
I love it so much.
Nick gets to wear
We had a little conversation.
We've got
over
a
here.
liar alert over
Yeah,
here.
that's right. We think that you dress a lot like 5, actually, in real life.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on.
That's right.
Let me add something.
I don't wear that many colors at once. I
told you she would say that.
That's exactly what she said. I was like, that's what I was whispering about.
I love Five's clothes, and I love her outfits, but usually I love all of the things that I'm wearing individually, but I wouldn't wear them all at the same time. So I'm like, I love this shirt. I love these leggings. I've never worn an outfit like that.
The ear cuffs.
Like, I'm like,
that ear cuff.
Okay, yes, that's true.
she made her own jewelry for the show. I mean, like,
Oh my God. Okay, really quick Etsy plug. I don't know if you guys like awesome stuff made by Jodelle, but she
Totally.
paints, she makes jewelry. I have an avocado necklace that she is forbidden to create for anybody else. But you can find her on Etsy and on her recently minted Instagram page, Mika Makes Stuff. Oh, and she donates proceeds of her sales to charity. Jodelle!
Let's not.
She's being shy.
But I was just going to say, Nyx gets to wear Five's clothes too.
Oh,
True.
If you haven't noticed, Nyx has none of her own clothes apart from her prison uniform, so Five kindly lends Nyx some clothes. So Nyx is styling it out right now.
We do have a bit more time, so if there's anyone else out there who wants to ask a question to the cast, the microphone is open. But we did see that blooper reel where we.
Who's speaking? Where are you?
Gentleman standing with the camera.
Oh, hello. Yes, good question. Yes, it's all coming up. Nyx has a certain set of skills very different to the rest of the crew, which will soon be revealed, which is very exciting. And Nyx's backstory is in 206. Thank you.
So it's obvious from your chemistry up here and the blooper reel and interviewing you guys that you really do like each other and you have this amazing kind of chemistry together. Getting that window into the blooper reel was great. Can you expand on that a little bit and tell us about on set? Is there somebody who makes you laugh the most during a scene? Is there somebody who keeps the mood the lightest? What's the vibe like on set? Because you got a job to do, but you guys also have a laugh together.
Yeah.
Can we call Zoe? Roger's silly.
Silly?
Yeah, we're just a bunch of kids. Like I've told many people,
He's like a big kid.
we'll randomly break into song and dance. There'll be karaoke moments. We'll just dance sometimes. We will
Do cardio bar.
Zoe and I cannot do a scene together without laughing. I don't know why. There's no reason for it. It's just that every scene, I beg your pardon, I don't mean to invade your space, but every scene we do is like, can we jump to FTL? Can we go? Are we gonna go? And the camera, it's like, we're not even on camera, but it's for eye line. It's for sight lines for the other people that they're facing. And I'm like, do you really need us this close? It's like, yeah, it's important for everyone. We're like, okay, so we're right here the entire time, and we just can't do it. I'm trying to get Zoe on the phone.
I think I want to be in those scenes, actually.
No, you don't. I smell like farty kale salad. You don't want that.
I'll take it.
Roger's really funny. Alex is really funny.
Jordel's really funny.
Everyone's really funny, and I just
really sleepy.
laugh all the time.
And sing.
I nap,
Which is nice.
No, I think what's interesting about this cast, and I haven't, I've been in this industry for a little while now, and everyone just cuts everyone slack. No one's commenting on anything. Not everyone. Listen, you shoot together for 5 months. You're not going to have it's not going to be your best day every day. You're going to flub lines. You're going to do a less than great performance, and you wish you'd done it better. And everybody's safe. Like everyone feels like there's never any comments or any snickers behind the back or anything. It's a trust-filled environment full of people who just want me to do my best work, and I hope that everyone else feels that way, but I think they probably do.
Softy.
Got a couple more questions from the floor. Go for it.
Hi, I just wanted to know, as actors, how playing these characters, obviously they're very complex, they're multifaceted, and they deal with a lot of those philosophical issues you were talking about. How playing these guys has changed you as actors and as people.
I'm really nerding out over the tech stuff. I told Anthony when we were close to the end of the season that I wanted to pick a subject and learn more about it over the summer. And I chose the brain, because I'm obsessed with the brain. Yep, brain! I'm there with you. I'm totally there with you. I got it, into it.
My college major.
Oh, what's that?
This is my college major.
Oh my God, let's have coffee.
You just scored a date.
I don't know why
You just heard that.
I don't know why I said that out loud.
Hey, he's pretty cute, too.
Stop! I like your holsters. What was the question?
And she forgot the question.
Wow.
You answered
Wow.
perfectly.
You just did that to her. That's great.
No, kale salads, farts. We're totally back. The question, how is that? Yeah, that's right. So because of the tech and stuff, I've been kind of nerding out over learning more about that, specifically like brain mapping and the synapses. And have you heard of LifeNaut? The guy actually, the person who was a part of creating Sirius FM radio, she transitioned. She and her wife created LifeNaut and that android, Bina 48. And it's all about how the personality matrix is something that I'm nerding out, I'm sorry, is something that you can download, you can create a file, and you can live on. Your personality can exist and potentially be imprinted one day on androids. This is today. This is the stuff that's happening today. I'm getting on my soapbox. Read Science News. It's fascinating, and there's so much happening, and Dark Matter is talking about it in a fictional way, but it's real. It's happening around us. How dilated are my pupils right now?
Well, that escalated quickly.
But really, guys, it's so yes, that's how the show has kind of affected me. It's made me geek out a little bit more than usual about the brain, because I didn't realize that technology is doing wicked stuff. Yeah, and passing the talking baton.
Well, I'm gonna butt in because I gotta get big up all my cast members here. I'm fairly new to the industry, and getting to wake up and work with these people who've done so many things. I've learned so much from Jodelle. She's like always acting. Jay always refers to her as, if I have nothing to cut to, I'm cutting to Jodelle. and so I'm trying to figure out, okay, what kind of faces can I make so you can cut to me? But then all I have is stone face. Yeah, but
we cut away from you quite often.
Wow.
Zing. Yeah,
brought
working with all of them has been such a learning experience every day, and I'm so grateful for that opportunity.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
We got time for one last question.
First, let me compliment you. You guys are awesome on this panel. You're very entertaining. You look like you're a very well woven together group. So thank you for that. I've enjoyed your show a lot.
Thank you.
My question to you today is, one was so integral to the story, and then you had the real one come in, but it was alluded to that he was killed. Is it possible that your allusion to his supposed removal of the show will leave that thread open?
Wait, you think we alluded to it?
Yes, I do.
I mean, seriously.
Okay.
Crushing dreams over here. You're
seriously.
crushing dreams.
But when the guys were writing it, because
There was a shot.
I asked them to do that. Okay.
There was the shot with the 3 holes.
Yeah, but I had them. I had them. I made them add.
Seen it,
I made them add the extra one.
yes, but it didn't. I mean, that's the illusion. That's the part that you alluded to that left it open.
I'm with you, girl. I'm with
Everybody
you.
is
It's an
entitled.
illusion. It's not real.
Exactly. I'm a nerd.
Okay, I
from way
really
back.
can't answer the question, but I got asked why him about 4 or 5 times now. I don't know. I just said because he was the cutest guy. So it was like,
Yeah.
you know, and that was actually part of when we were casting him. I was looking at the tape and I said, oh shit, he's the cute guy. So we need a cute guy. And we were looking for a cute guy. And I kept using the word cute. So when we did that scene, I said, do you think people are going to be more... sorry, guys. they're handsome.
not
they're
true.
handsome. They're macho, handsome, tough guys. So, no. But I actually said, are people going to be really upset if we kill the cute guy?
Yes.
Yeah. But I debated it quite, and I tell you, I kept saying it's the cute guy. We kill the cute guy, everybody will like us. They'll hate us, you know. So it was a big debate.
Yeah.
Did that start with a don't?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure it did, right?
Well, you know, if you like his cute face, I don't think Corso is dead. Just saying.
It's just
Mysterious
one with
shoulder
byline.
roll.
Actually, Corso has the scruff, so he's less cute.
Nice. Scruff is good.
All right. Oh, yeah? Okay.
Hope springs eternal, though, really. Hope springs eternal.
All true. All true.
Yeah. Illusions are great in life, right?
Thank you.
Well, thank you very much for the question, and we've had lots of great questions from the crowd. But is there anything that you guys want to say before we wrap things up? You got a whole crowd of your fans here. What do you want to say to
Can
them?
I do something real quick?
You can do
What are you
something.
gonna do?
It's your panel.
I just want to get you all involved. So I'm just going to get on.
When I say rise up, you say crew, rise up, rise up. When I say rise up, you say crew, rise up, rise up. Dark matter, make some noise.
I love it.
Well, how do you
guys are
top that?
amazing.
Keep the love going for the stars of Dark Matter and Jay Firestone
Thank
as
you,
well,
everyone,
guys.
so
Thank
much.
you so much, San Diego.
And support the show on Sci-Fi and Space every Friday night. Keep it going.
Twitter, hashtag Dark Matter. Yep.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the room.
Hey, YouTube, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel right here. And for everything Dark Matter, you can visit sci-fi.com right here.
What happened to us?
With those memories, you're different people.
War was coming.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.